All right. Oh, good. Getting some drop frames already, so we are cooking with gas. Yeah. Figured I'd come on again. This is the last day I'm going to be working on the website for a little bit. I am little tired of doing this. It's been it's good. It's been a lot of house cleaning that I think needed to get done. But if you're coming from YouTube, you can see the thumbnail. There's some serious pain involved. Lots of broken layouts, sorts of good shit. So, um, ah, serious pain. I was just working on it last night. Uh, my eyes started crossing at one point. Couldn't handle it. So, took a break. Just gonna finish it up today. Might try and push a couple things. There's like the interactive page I'd love to wrap up today. I don't know how long I'm gonna stream for. I got a couple things I got to do today. So we'll see. It's gonna jump into it. Of course, know the drill. Any sort of requests, comments, questions, hit me. I did add a chat bot. I don't know if it works on both Twitch and YouTube, but if commands works, it does. So if you do exclamation point commands, you can see all the different commands that are available, and each of those will pull up its own little thing. So for me, like if I ever want to drop if I ever want to drop a link, or if you want to know the link, just type exclamation point, like let's say wallpapers, and nothing happens. And there it is. There it goes. I can't speak, I guess. Words are going to be a tough one. So you can find all the links there, which I think will be helpful. Again, this is just getting things situated with the stream. So, coming together. After this website work is all sort of buttoned up, I'm definitely going to spend some time on the stream. The stream and like the transitions and stuff, because if I can get the stream in a good enough place, like I was talking about, I can get the recorded videos done. Like if I have to record videos and then pull them into like DaVinci Resolve or anything like that, like the probability of them happening starts falling dramatically. So, um, yeah, I'm just gonna get started. Oh, not desktop, Chrome browsing. Oh, it still works. I think it's the same window's been open this whole damn time. Yeah, I was gonna put a struggle bus thumbnail. I figured I'd just show the pain that I'm in with some of the stuff. Um, where is it? So what I was complaining about yesterday was all the grid layouts that make all my images blurry. I'm not gonna bitch about it again, unless you really ask. You know, draw it out of me, but keeping it positive. Um, yeah, because basically I want to have responsive images for everything, and the grid is so much better for what I like, how I like to think about layouts. Like, if you want to think about bringing a gridded design to life, it seems to make sense to use a grid structure. But I don't know. I really don't know. I'm so confused that they just like shipped grids with such a fundamental bug. Like, Webflow just added some collaborative functions today. Let's see what they got. They collaborate on a grid that works properly, please. How they put so they put the updates in a really strange place. I think it's like in the designer or something, where you get the notification. I'm sure there's an updates page. Let's do that. Yeah, a lot more collaborative. Edit content in the designer while your team builds. That's nice. Good handover between teammates and the designer. Good. Live syncing of content changes between teammate sessions. Good. Improve visibility of where your team. Okay. Interesting. I mean, that's awesome. I always wondered like how this was going to get managed, because I run into the problem a lot. Like, I have my desktop here, but sometimes I just want to like sit on the couch and not be at my workstation and watch TV and just like do some low level shit that I don't need a big screen for. Um, and so then I log into the editor there, it logs me out. I have to log in, and sometimes it logs me out again, and then I log in. I don't know if it's some way of just like forcing um, my current login. So I guess it like prevents duplicate logins through whatever process. Um, Edit content designer while your teammate building. Lightly hand over control. And control. Live syncing content. Workspaces to see both. Fucking get. Yeah, I love it. Everyone's just like bilingual. Yeah, people always use these as opportunities to complain about the thing that's not there that they want. I want to do it. How about a grid that doesn't make images blurry? What CMS sliders that don't add a ghost image at the end of it? This is good. I mean, this is just eating away. Oh, whack the desk too hard. Up in frames again, apparently. Frame quality all right? Seems like it's mellowed out a little bit. It's dropping 25% frames. Hopefully it's all right. I mean, it's if I drop frames doing design sort of stuff, I doubt it would be very noticeable. Um, Unless I'm playing a video. But yeah, so thanks for the heads up on that. Super interesting, but kind of useless for me. So love that they're adding more shit. Maybe this is what they've been focused on. I have to imagine this sort of like collaboration framework Must have been hard to build. But yeah, I'm riding this shotgun on the struggle bus. How does one go through the day without being bored as fuck? Work on client shit, their own portfolio, and listen to job ramble some random shit. I mean, the last of it, debatable, but I mean, ramble random shit's kind of my thing. So, if you aren't subscribed, lots of rambling, lots of shit talking. Yeah. Let's go and sell. Back on the pain. So I like. There's so much stuff I had to do last night. Cleaning up random div styles, getting rid of the grids, having to specify all of, like the different because of the way I use grids, it dictated how content flowed. So now I have to use flex boxes and oscillating between horizontal, vertical, getting rid of left and right padding, adding vertical padding depending on it. All stuff I had before, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna be really smart and go switch to grids. I regret that decision. Go on, brother, living the dream one day at a time. I hear that. I think the structure is pretty much there. I have like such a rush to proliferate updates everywhere else because knowing that this Apple TV looks like this bugs me, even if I'm not looking at it. Um, I don't know if that's what's live though. Question I have. Hope not. I think it is. Wow, could be a little slow. Not this XL looks like. Oh, it's always something. Go screensaver. So yeah, I do want to get the interactive page out today. Updates. It'd be nice to do something a little more fun than just fixing shit. It's good to get things all sorted out and consistent and optimized. But have a little fun. Well, I have thoughts of redoing this. Um, hey, the Ninja Boy Wonder. Oh, dude. You know you. How you doing, bud? Yeah, you here for the pain? Struggle bus? All here, man. Negative margins, ill advised, technical, all here. What's been good about M is like I've dropped so much like random CSS coding updates, like carries across. Fuck is it? Random divs. This link block had its own class, which was doing its own vertical padding, which I was then offsetting with this fucking thing. It's just made a bad choice, but a good choice. I got fitted for new irons. Oh shit. Dang, bro, you hitting those blades? I'm picking up some clubs, not new ones. I'm dusting off my clubs. Thursday. Don't let the blades fool you. I can't hit them for shit. With the Scotty Cameron putter, Titleist hat, and the blades fool you, I can't golf for shit. Gotta make sure this is not coming through the stream audio. All right, cool. I think the irony, like, really great. The one stream that was like that has the most views has a DMCA flag on it. So I don't think it counts towards any stats or fucking anything. Love it. All because I had a duplicate audio output that wasn't showing in my mixer, so I didn't know. Oh, this is the shit I'm talking about. Like, I have here a section links, C section links, T short link. Fuck. MP20s, are those cavity backs? Ooh. Mizuno makes the best looking blades. Bit of a cavity in a blade. Yeah, it looks like it's got a little bit of meat to it, but it's not like a full cavity back. I think I got the was it MP69? Yeah. I love these things. Yeah, like I don't know what it is about the Mizuno, like it hit Titleist, hit all these different ones, and like Mizuno was always like lower spin rate and further. Like, well, that's when you flush it. When you blade it, no matter how fucking hard you swing. I don't know, man. I don't know what club you have. Audio's a little loud. Did not like the Callaway's at all. I don't either. The Titleists were okay. I wasn't crazy about them. I didn't like the cavity back, and I didn't want to hit the blades. Plus, they're like $100 or whatever the fuck they are. Everything about the Mizuno I like the feel, the look. What are you doing this weekend, man? Heading your way. Well, the word is it's gonna rain on Sunday. We have 36 holes on Sunday. Really want to break those clubs in or break them. Either way, I mean, shit. Course we're playing, Soul Crusher. Yeah, yeah. We had like so many people bow out this year. We had 8 people lined up, and now it's down to 3, one by one. Like kids popping up. Oh, that's too obnoxious. Kind of is. That bad. Clubs won't be here to the middle of August. Oh, you got a full fitting. Nice. Yeah, well, go play. Come play, and then remember why you feel great about buying new clubs. Ready to carry this all across. Check. Shifts. Oh, I gotta figure out these. What am I doing? Section link. Hero link. Really it? Just additional padding. Also hate that. Line height on link containers contributes to the overall height. It should be. Maybe this is. All sorts of high tech. Yeah, doing real fittings. It's nice. Um, Mine was like really neutral though. They didn't do anything in terms of like changing the lie angle and shit like that. I do have the it's like the Pro Taper shaft. Yeah, KBS Pro Taper. Weird, they're like this graphite, but they're extra stiff. I think these are the same ones. I don't think they're black though, they're like gray. Yeah, I went broke on golf clubs. Now I never want to buy new clubs ever again. So will be good. I'd like, yeah, if I end up making any changes to this, I can always, because the div structure is correct, I can always update it later. But this is going to be, you swing extra stiff. Yeah, dog. Come on, man. Hard in case you hit it. That's what Matt Austin tells me. Oh, I could cut. Yeah, this should work. But this is the same. Look at what is. Oh, God. Um, 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 oh God. All this like class consolidation is so painful, but it's so necessary. Actually found out I swing not nearly as fast as I feel. Yeah, I mean, so much of it is just in like different things, and I just happen to do a couple things right that increase my swing speed a little bit. Um, yeah, some of us aren't allowed to golf. You break too much shit. Damn, Sal. That's why you drink beer out on the course. Lots of it. Forget you're even playing golf. That's why I carry a bag full of pinnacles. All these shitty golf balls. It's like, it's not my day. It's not my day. Uh, Give those golf balls a new home. Heading out, all right, man. Yeah, yeah. Good. Stoked you came through, man. Come through more often. Like, comment, subscribe, dog. You know the drill. So this is the beauty of this. If I just change the filter, it should work. Yep, that's by QuickBooks. It's TV app. Yes, I knew I did this for a reason. Therein lies the problem. Party too hard? Yeah, you gotta. I mean, golfing and drinking, like, value props. I have to start deleting shit that's not. So, crack a couple more beers and good. See value props or is it see high level points? What is it? Should be exactly the same. Yeah, can't. Yeps. And the TV app is Mac OS. No one called that out. Excuse me, sir. Mac OS doesn't work on it. Fuck it. T value props. I bet you they're exactly the same. Oh, this is all sorts of shit. I keep seeing. I'm gonna be on here. I'm trying to figure out copy clipboard shit. Oh, Brave Soul. See if you can figure it out to be CMS powered. That would be that would be. If I can get it, it definitely works. Like if you use one of the clonable projects. Um, I got it to work. It's just like I said, yeah. How you have multiple using that example? It seemed like it was just like a coupon code, single coupon per page, which I get where that makes sense, but for what we want to do, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe you just have one. Oh, this is turning into a mind fuck already. Original info. If better powered via CMS, why not use one symbol instead? So it's a symbol powered by CMS. Which probably is overkill. It's just like if something updates, because I have it living in a couple places. I pull data from it. Like if I want to change like a work email, or if I want to change, which is such an edge case, it's probably not going to happen. My about page, it pulls the same information. It really shouldn't be CMS powered. I just kind of got carried away and thought like, oh shit, like um sorry, emails. Yeah, basically like I overthought things um much more than I should have. So it's a symbol powered by CMS. It's dumb. Rid of this? No, related, it's not like S content. Right. Oh, although this is a bit strange. The okay, we'll figure it out. Hey, I like that can-do attitude, Sal. Patch day. Gotta close that window. Um, yeah. Hey, if worries. If that's not what you need to figure out, definitely don't feel like you compelled to fix my dumb problems. I'll get to it. Um, fix it. So those numbers again are double the nav height, partially because like if I use, I need to refix works. Apparently, I have infos, so it's double the padding of the top nav. It's a little strange because it's so empty. Um, it looks a little. It doesn't look as bad here. It looks worse on tablet, but at least like it gives a clean resolve state. So that's kind of the thinking behind it. And again, like I don't know if this is it. I can always, if I want to stick it to the top. This is something I was looking at earlier. I think I initially had it. I can clear it off the top a little bit. And I can do the math to get it to 11 view height. So if it's 60 view height, simple. I always like checking my math. Be wrong. I think there's negative margins. This should be 38. Even that's wrong. Fuck it. Oh, I know why, because the font's in view width, so it's not. Kind of get a pass, but not really. Yeah, so see, like I don't know if I like it moving away and creating space here, unless there's something to be gained. I'd almost rather just have this sit at the top, flush here, and just not move. No, it's been something I've been wanting to do. Haven't had time. Finally had some downtime at work, so why the hell not? Finish up some glitches on this stick items first, then I'll tackle clipboard. Nice. You know what's causing those glitches on Chrome? I like for what you sent me, I was never able to see them. I would like try and break it, change browser size, change height, scroll quickly. Those intermittent issues are the fucking worst. Like, cause you just never know how to troubleshoot it. -5. Good. Yo, Ivy. I gotta be a way of saying that correctly. Life's good, man. Can't complain. Just cruising. Trying to find some work. Um, um, yeah, trying to find work, but not work that I won't like. I feel like I'm finally at a place where I can be a little selective. Like before, during the pandemic, I was just kind of tripping out with the whole, pandemic. A lot of agencies were laying people off, so I just jumped on a contract and it was good. It was just not stuff I can show in my folio. So if I want to think about improving or kind of steering the work I want to get, I need to be selective in this moment. If I find myself in another NDA buried contract doing production work, I'm probably not. Oh, how are you doing? Enough about me. Okay, so we're plugging along. I need to, this is probably all in a grid structure. Offset layout. Don't know how much of a hero I want to be right now with this. See, there's so many different structures right now that I'm really, but I'm gonna try and salvage this. This is just a 4 column grid. End of the day. Horizontal. Should be in a wrapper. What? Width should be 25%. The that easy? I'm like skeptical. Yes. Yes. Hey, we got the breadcrumbs started showing up. Doing here. Pain. Maybe the stream is laggy, like stream freezes for a couple frames and audio cuts out. That's not good. I was getting some drop frames earlier, so it might not be you. I looked into, so I don't know if you, someone was calling out the fact that they couldn't reduce the quality of the stream below 1080p. And I looked into it, and apparently it's just not an option. Oh, that falls over. Yeah, I don't know what can be done about that because it'd be nice to have that option. Yeah, Twitch is just 1080p. That's really annoying. Because I looked for it in settings. I looked like on the stream manager and on Streamlabs. I mean, or no, Streamlabs on Twitch, and then the just Streamlabs Labs dashboard. Nothing was in there in terms of controlling quality. Of transcoding, only partner streamers are guaranteed to have quality option. Whenever it gets affiliate, some days you have it. Jesus, how many random if you see transcodes options or not? Affiliates get priority, but it's never. So there you go. It looks like need to be an affiliate. See if there's transcode options in Streamlabs real fast. Video. Look like it. Yeah, but it's lagging on YouTube too, John. Maybe it's bandwidth or bitrate problem. Good to know. I mean, I haven't been getting any issues. Yeah, can anyone else confirm or deny whether or not you're getting like jumpy frame or like drop frames, inconsistent audio? In which case that's going to be on me and trying to figure out what my bitrate needs to do. I need to drop it. I have pretty good connection here. I mean, speed test good. Or the up that's going to be interesting, but see what that comes back as. Oh, this is bad. Oh, I think there's a question in there. Sorry, Sal. I think is the JW Sans character grid done in interactions? Yes, it is. Where is it? Is it interactions or is it I think it might just be scale transforms. Yeah. So what I have on each of these is just a hover. So the scale shifts from basically 100% increase, 1 to 2. And then I just set the transform of it all. A lot of times I'm lazy and I just set it to all. I don't know if there's performance problems with that, but I do have transform set specific 500. I do have to, I think I'm adding something that has, there's like a weird thing with the borders. I can't remember what it is. Like this is 5 pixels. Cover is 1. There was a whole thing about getting like the grid to line up properly, of like not having duplicate um strokes. There's something with margin. I can't remember. I don't know. Super helpful, I know. Yeah, the frame drops every now and unless you're anal about that stuff, but maybe it's fine. Mind you, I don't give a shit about anything. Oh, I love that mentality, Sal. Um, fucked. Is on this page. Right, like if you guys are getting drop frames, I confirm this lag and recording to the stream recorded video live. Fuck. Yeah, that's on my end though. See if I can change bitrate live. What's which recommends a range between 500 to 4,000. Oh, good. I'm at 65. It doesn't look like I can change bitrate midstream, but it does seem like it's set too high. Looking at up speed. Oh, that up is dog shit. Huh. I'd have something to do with it. Okay, well, yeah, thank you for the heads up. I don't know what's going on. Like, clearly that up speed is not that up speed and like 6,500 bit rate. There's your problem right there. Like, and I'm paying for a faster internet. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, sorry about that. Um, I would close the stream down and start it back up and um, do it that way. But like YouTube doesn't continue on the same stream, so there would be multiple streams. Oh, these are so different. So yeah, I'll let it be as long as it's bearable for now. If it becomes too problematic, just let me know. Definitely finagling. I mean, I'll just shut it down and reopen it with a lower bit rate. Thought you could adjust it midstream, but so I'm copying this from the site right now. There's too much weird stuff going on between like I can't just copy and paste it even though the class is close. There's weird structure changes. I'd rather just retype this in than copy paste and possibly inherit problems I don't want to deal with. So there is no intro. Weird. Go. Technically, right? I thought there was padding attached to the bottom. I was not fully confident I was going to come out the other side on this one. Fact. Body original. Hero original. This. Best content. I'm always wary of sections. Like they're just there's like weird limitations. I don't know what the benefits of sections are, but there are some. It's just weird. Sort of transition. I never could really reconcile this way I was happy with, so I just left it. I do like that it just resolves clean. I was trying to get it to line up to the bottom, but I think I'm just making more myself. Largely there. Little offset layout is still intact. Good. Oh, what is Importance of section. If you're lazy, don't bother with sectioning, but don't pretend section straight. Demonstrably enhances HTML structure without breaking accessibility. Well, at least it's not as cut and dry. It was super obvious, and I was like, oh, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it seems like there's good. Like there's good reasoning for it. It's probably just in the same that like I actually don't use any H1 tags, H2 or H3. So that's something that's in the roadmap somewhere of like this needs to be the H1 of the page. Thing. Fuck, Sal, you're having problems too with YouTube? Yeah, there's something up with my internet today. The bit rate's too high. It's normally fine, but I don't know if I've hit my cap. I have all sorts of. I'm trying to think if I add any big files to my NAS because that would then have to upload um, to my Amazon Glacier, which sometimes I'm uploading terabytes and doing streams, and they're probably like flagged my account. It's like but I don't think there's any caps on mine. I blame Google. Yeah, fuck them. Google doing evil, not doing no evil. Works. Probably more strategic. All this. Works. Which is better than YouTube. YouTube keeps refreshing like crazy. So this doesn't pick up. Yeah, I'm looking at the YouTube live stream right now. Damn, is the camera frozen? Oh, it's terrible. Fuck. I'm sorry. I blame Google. I blame internet. How's this been live for so? This is pain. This is shotgun struggle bus. We're in it. To make JW.S hands, what font did you use as a base and what software did you use? Maybe stream on font design one day? Yeah. I'd be happy to talk about font design. I think the problem I have with doing that is I'm not proficient at all. And I opened up the font. So I use Font Lab. I opened that up the other day. I was thinking about making it I was looking at the process of making it a variable font. Oh, excuse me. But I just couldn't. The problem was, so it took me about 10 minutes watching this tutorial to realize they weren't even using Font Lab. So there you go. If you want an indication of how capable I am, I couldn't recognize my own software. But yeah. Base font. I probably won't. I won't call that one out. It's different enough for sure, but I don't know. It's mostly like the coding and the kerning pairings that are um probably the strongest influence, and like there's a lot of like stuff baked into the features of Open Sans or Open Type, where yeah. I mean, I added a lot of stuff. I redrew most all characters. I used some as the basis, and I was able to like export those and use those as a starting point. Um, but really, I think it's several fonts. I'd find like characters from. I mean, the R is pretty. There's a lot of fonts that are doing it now, but it's kind of influenced by like favorite that R. Their R is much harder. I wanted something that was a little bit softer. Um, Comic Sans, Sally, dude, why are you outing me like that, bro? Lots to know. The hybrid of Comic Sans and Papyrus really gives it that character. Oh, Clark. Clark. How'd you get here, man? Wet Bandits. I mean, Wet Bandits are due for a comeback, man. I think people are probably very confused right now, and rightfully. Clark, you want to learn how to develop and cringe? Uh, Clark, this stream might give you anxiety. Some idiot talking about golf clubs led me here. Oh, yeah. We're talking. Reminiscing about how shitty this is gonna be. Weekend, I haven't played at all. You been playing? Are you writing code? No, I'm doing the web flows. I mean, I do some like local embeds. Oh, like as I have to, I'm doing shit, but mostly I'm just I think the class names and all of the different like because I don't know, do you know Webflow? I don't have no fucking reason to know Webflow. For people who don't know, Clark's an actual developer. Knows what he's not an actual developer. I know it's Helvetica now display in Open Sans and Newhouse Grotesque. As base, you definitely need to teach us. It's none of those actually. Like I don't knowingly. I mean, it's all like grotesque, so it's gonna be in that wheelhouse. All those fonts are all exactly the same, but so you're definitely not far off. Um, I love the confidence that he just fucking went for it. I respect it. That's a full send right there. Oh man, that's good. What else have I put in? Oh, it stacks it. Son of a. I fucking called it, bro. He's comic. Yeah. Yeah. It says humanistic right here. I mean, is there anything more humanistic than Comic Sans? Uh, I mean, I can do the. Okay, let's open up Font Lab. I'm like having a moment with this fucking. Let's, I like don't want to do this site anymore. I want to just never touch the internet again. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna do that. You can find more originals on your goddamn own. Kind of weird to like boot people to different originals from the onset if I have the link here, not the right link. Short, too short. Yeah, Clonk. It's the fucking WYSIWYG or whatever the shit it's called. It's all like code. It's a visual code editor. It seems like it would be good for doing base level structure, but if you want to do anything advanced, I've heard like some people will do like called um, they'll do like advanced sort of WebGL integrations and do like heavy JavaScripting with it. But it seems like in terms of like just doing like the basic structure, it would be especially for someone who fucking knows what all this shit does and is just like straight line through this. Probably easier than hand coding. Like the shit I had to hand code. Fucking ever. Are they writing the JS themselves and including it? I mean, I don't. Yeah, so they're doing a lot of. So you can do like scroll-based interactions. Let's see if I can find something. I have like a meta flicker, and they have this whole visual interface in terms of like I set a start point and end point, delay, duration, easing curve. This is just a simple like opacity loop. Create. That could be as like a CSS animation, but stuff that's like tied to scroll position. Um, I have to imagine is more than it might just be CSS transitions. I don't know. But you can like fade things in on scroll in on certain positions. For me, like interactive one. This has to be JavaScript because a lot of it's like, oh, son of a bitch. Should have known this one was bad. Ah, yep. It. Uh, this is fast. Let's just turn this off. Like this sort of stuff, it's all mouse position and change scale. You can like based on X and Y position of hovers, you can change different things. This used to work. It's all fucked up now. So yeah, what they're doing, I don't know. I know I sent Ari some things to look at and see if he had ideas for. Um, and he just cringed going through the code. Can you review my design, John? Really stuck on that, and you should definitely do some review streams. Yeah, give it a look see. So one thing I'm working on right now is one of these tertiary pages. I don't know what to call it, like feedback requests. Yeah, this does not work. So there'll be a description here, but whether it's like topic requests, things you want to submit, um, things you want me to look at, like this seems like the best way to do it. Ideally, there would be like an upload form in terms of like of what would it be like a upload file interface, which they have in Webflow. You just have to pay extra for it, and you guys might just need to host it, and I can put in like a link. Will be file URL, and so I just have to tie this in. I have to look at all the settings for that shit, but yeah, it'll soon be up. Figure out the sticky glitch fucking thing has been affected by text length, locus scroll, and how fast things were loading. Interesting. I don't know what that all means, but oh, Figma link. Either this file does not exist or you do not have permission to view it. So if you want to give me permission, this is my email for Figma. Oh, Ryan. Good, man. How are you doing? Uh, I don't know what this is going to be. I'm hoping to figure some of this out coming week. Quick jump in to see what you're up to. Yeah, Ryan, struggle busing some sloppy code. It's kind of my thing right now. So, not listen too much. Might do some jump into some font stuff here in a second. Gonna do some of that interactive stuff in a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, my Stream Deck's shit in the bed right now, so that's fun. I mean, this is really where a lot of my time was spent, was doing all these sort of formatting options. Just Googling different ways of doing ligatures, doing substitutions. It's basically substitution. That's really all. There's more complex features, and you can do contextual substitutions and all this crazy stuff. I usually, all my efforts I'm using for very, very productive reasons like that. And I didn't get it to work, but I was gonna put like anytime to avoid people from pirating my font. Um, I wanted it to sub thought leader with asshole, or just do stupid shit like that, like stuff that I like. It's industry wank that you know people like to say. They'll just get a nice surprise when they steal my font. I don't think my fonts were stealing though, so that's kind of the irony of it all. I'll have to check back later. Keep on doing your thing. Hey, thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I should be here for a little bit. I might have a call at 1 o'clock, which fuck I gotta respond to. Swear to God, recruiters just don't. They don't understand that their job is based on human interaction and paying attention. It's like if you're gonna send me irrelevant roles, like why I could like go scroll job postings, go through all those irrelevant jobs. I could go off about recruiters way too long. Should definitely try the update function in local scroll. It changed the game. See? Problem solving chat. Love to see it. That's like, I'm gonna get there of having locus scroll implemented. I just have fades and I think I want to get rid of it right now. I was just looking at the homepage the other day. I gotta update that too. Dude. Yeah, this like fade is just like so pedestrian. Is that? Oh, fuck you. That line's still there. That works. Darker again. I just haven't published that. So how I get on the update function? Let me go back to. Oh, fuck you. You're kidding me. Oh. This is the state of my homepage right now. All seems fine. Entirely shit the bed with this. All these fucking combo classes are gonna be the fucking end of me. It'll be good to look at some feedback. Hopefully I'm not too salty. So I'm in the Figma file. Um, how can I help? I gotta try and not have a fucking meltdown right now. I know how to fix it. Oh, not a grid. This is another great bug. Like if you use this like as a add a grid, even if you change it to a flex box, it still wants to fucking show it as a grid, and it drives me crazy. All right, I'm getting a little salty. Happy thoughts. Development's fun. Having a good. Was it to drag things on top? Because if you drag it on the bottom, it doesn't want to go in div that you. Stress inducing. Wait, is it different? I already have open. Putting this one. Yeah, I'm gonna try and unfuck this for a second. I think I did a bad thing. But let me know like what I can help with. Do you mean to type asterisks or do I have some filter on? There should be no fucking filter in the chat. I don't. Well, there should be. I think that is the wrong way. Definitely things that are not okay to say here, but 4-letter words are most certainly welcome. But yeah, let me know what you want feedback on with that Figma file while I about this. Might be easier than I thought. Just a simple 50. It's a height. Where'd my text go? Kind of back. This. Got my hero. Kind of back. And why it's not. Kind of back. I feel like there was. Um, General feedback like aesthetics. I was aiming towards John Wayne studio kind of vibe, but more brutal. This is a website for a video creator, and he wants to show his general overview and promote his work, clients, and portfolio. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. I mean, you know, some of this text, I can't quite read that. I mean, the aesthetics part of it is gonna be, it's gonna be really subjective. I don't know, like if you want my subjective opinion, I'm happy to give it. I think I would just kind of caveat that. It's gonna be that. I think the flow. I mean, the hero is kind of a lot to take in. I wonder what sort of value this is bringing at this size. I mean, maybe you elevate the show reel since that's so important. I mean, it kind of makes sense as a transitional moment. And kind of the repeating pill shapes. I don't know. It's a bit much. And then like the pill shapes of it. I mean, I guess you're using it as like a thematic element. Um, oh, um, I'm sure it's just a Figma thing, but I would have like the open and closed state being in the same exact place. I have to imagine it's going to be pinned up. Probably add some hover states. I don't know what if this is just like audio controls. Um, I don't know how I feel about the pin line on the red. Um, Personal, that's like a subjective thing. Like the gallery. I think having some context, it looks like there's, yeah, there's text in there, but it's not showing up. Um, I don't quite understand this in terms of what's going on here. It's definitely more of like the brutalist approach, that's for sure. Um, you click on main design. Where's main design? Uh, Clearly this stuff works. Music video. Oh, it's a super interesting navigation. It's definitely like the brutalist style. It's not. I've done work in this style, so I might not be the best to kind of comment on it. Um, I see a lot of things kind of in this realm with this sort of color palette, this sort of typography and contrast. Your proportions are good, easy to digest. This is a little random, but again, it might be the style. Um, I mean, just from a pure like usability standpoint, these will be better when the it's not black on black. There's all sort like can see some things. There's like concept artist there is stuck. You click on main design and flow tab, top left. Flow tab. You click on design and flow tab. Where is the flow tab? Oh, hey. Oh, flow tab? I think it's nice, man. Like, it's gonna get like subjective into the weeds. Like, this might be a little kind of hard. Like, I think this is doable with the line breaks. I mean, I might be biased because I sort of broke away from this on my own site, so I'm trying to not go that route, but it's sort of this sort of relationship of all of these elements. It looks like you're trying to, well, you can't see my cursor, so all this shit's probably not. You can't see that either. Let's do desktop. Like this sort of alignment just feels a little lost. I would try and maybe create a little more structure on it. I think that's what, like stuff like this that feels a bit more organic. If you have some base level alignment going on, it really helps. It makes it much more palatable. I think the same comment for this, like whether you move this, like the up, I get that it's center aligned, so maybe, I don't know, that's what your preference is, but then you're looking at all these different alignments of, that's not quite to the top. Close. I mean, it's pretty much is. But you have the, like the is sitting center align. You have kind of a live edge on the right with center align copy that is a right live edge. It kind of all tucks together, so it's not as bad. This feels a bit more structured um, than the one below, just because like this sort of visual concept and direction is like a sort of thought, whereas this is like piecing together one word and the alignment. Like again, like I think if you maybe, because it's aligned to the baseline, but it's not the top, so this feels kind of random. So maybe if you just brought a little more underlying structure to some of these, it might help tie them together a little bit better. I wonder if like if these, if there's a way to not do the white background here, whether it's, I don't know if it like matches this, so then it just masks that out. Maybe it's red with, maybe it's inverted. I don't know. This feels a little out of place considering everything else. Most everything else has sort of like a two-tone palette, and then you have like a three-color palette going on here. It's just template text. I'm sorry. All good. All good. I mean, it's just things I would look at and consider as you're kind of refining with real copy. Yeah, that's cool, man. It's just it's so subjective on where I would go with it. And with like variable copy, I mean, I'd say things like maybe align the idea to the top of the, and then have the process lined up with here. But if you don't know how long that copy is, that's kind of a moot point. Bit of feedback. Yeah, that's my initial feedback. Red is so easy to overuse. Yeah, definitely. Um, Especially this kind of strong of a red. It really drives attention very quickly, so you kind of have to be careful about it. Then you have to start thinking about balance of it. I mean, I think the amount of red is good, at least for my eye. I don't think it's too overwhelming. But yeah, like red color blocking quickly gets kind of crazy. So and we should not discuss the concept design, but I thought your feedback is super helpful. Oh, appreciate it. I mean, I hope so. I'm not totally sure I'm able to give the best feedback in this instance, but yeah, I think like for this kind of stuff, it helps to have very clear, almost prescriptive areas that you're looking for feedback on because um, kind of don't know what is in play, what's not, where things are at. So it's best to just get clear direction from you on what I can help with. So I don't mind getting that sort of feedback. So yeah, hopefully it's helpful. And I mean, if you have any other questions, definitely feel free to ask. This dot is not supposed to be. Oh, oh, that's. I was like, this used to be lined up with this box, like. But so this is when I was using hue height for this font. Did you ever consider JW.S Studio color option rather than two-tone black and white style? Yeah, I have red sort of my accent color, but for me, I wanted the site. This is something I was thinking about in the feedback um, with yours. It's kind of um, like where you want like what's the hierarchy of everything in terms of like is the content the hero? Do you want the brand to be the hero? Do you want them on like even playing fields? Sometimes with a lot of e-commerce design and marketing sites, like the design of the site itself is the hero, so you kind of have it step up a little bit more and lead the way. Um, Whenever I injected color, it just felt like a distraction. I think I want to with like the content creation that I do, with like photos and videos and stuff like that. Didn't really want something that was going to be too, I don't know, like too distracting. It was just like let's just keep it simple, and I think worked out for the best. Sorry, as I'm like trying to figure out center. Thank you so much. Definitely need feedback streams. Yeah, definitely want to get those going. I just got to figure out a structure on how to do it. I think probably using the Discord to help organize it would be helpful. Um, yeah, and don't let that kind of shitty feedback dissuade you. Um, Not my best back, but yeah, we can definitely get that going. I think that'd be fun. Goes 61, 61. Figure out why. I want it. Okay, so get off that. I'll just do that real fast. There. Uh, there were some problems with the hero anyway, so it's not the jumping back on the subject of typography, Ari has posted on IG that he cleans up the line heights of font files in Forge. Wondering if you might know why and what it is specifically he's doing. Asking you since you worked with him and maybe you do the same thing. Um, I don't know. My guess is kind of what I was just started doing recently was adding this sort of like this padding into the font in order um, to get like the bounding of the font correct in terms of like positioning. So if you're gonna do like positioning based off of like if you want to vertically center something or whatever reason you want to like create spacing off of the font. Sometimes like especially with my font, like if I don't have like you can see like if I get rid of that top padding, like that's the bounding box that all the padding and everything's gonna be based off of. Um so if I add 10 view height padding top and bottom, like that's gonna create an uneven space. So that is my guess of what he's doing. I don't know for sure. It seems likely. Um, Christ, fucking raise our rent and they can't even get the fucking washer and dryer working. Love it. All right, not gonna complain. Days. But yeah, I think that's what he's doing. So that's kind of what I'm baking. I don't know how he goes about normalizing the font height in Forge. I've never used Forge. I don't know what I can do in Streamlab or not Streamlab, it's Font Lab. I don't see where that height is being calculated. Maybe it's the X height. The got rid of. Oh, I think it's just to normalize all the fonts and project because different foundries use different sizes and bounding stuff metric. I don't think it's legal though. Yeah, I don't think you're not supposed to modify fonts. I don't think you can really get in trouble for normalizing height for development. I think you're technically not supposed to, but you can. If you guys have any font questions, happy to do those as well. Go back to Chrome. Oh, so I can focus on getting this thing done. Stated all height, height 40 view height. Yep. Perfectly to the bottom. It's 5 view height. Yeah, so 5 view height gets me lined up with this. clipboard time. Godspeed, sir. Godspeed. Let me respond to my landlord. Imagine the audio just cut out. It cut out for me. Almost bad. Yeah, fix the alignment at least. That's better. Home hero. Yes. See home hero content. See hero home hero. Start using text instead of copy because copy is something you also see when you duplicate layers. It automatically adds copy. Sometimes you end up with copy, or you're unsure if you're actually created a copy or if it's the original. It's just seems obvious, but dumb things can run away from me at least. Realize you couldn't see anything I was just doing. This being one. To be considered. Don't know what this is. 80 pixels. I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but my nav goes between view height on desktop and then pixel values through smaller sizes. If I want things to the content to align to that consistently, I sort of artificially do it to control that value, whether it's view height or pixel. I have these remembered by heart at this point. This is where we're going. All interesting. All these things starting to show up. So what I also start doing, again, using nav as the unit for vertical spacing, 90, so that'd be double, that would be 180 pixels. Centering within that space, but I want that. I think optically it's just kind of fucking with it. 51. Both are 50. Five. Yeah, I gotta check something. Give me like 5 minutes. I gotta run to check to see if these repair people came and fixed the washer and dryer. Be right back. Yeah, give me like 5 minutes. Oh, trash truck's here. It's fun. Oh man. Yeah. So washer and dryer. How's it? Okay. Trying to get this damn thing to work. I was having issues with the positioning of guy. Home origin always gets weird with this. Or minus 100. Transform origin is correct. So I do want this top right. So it should stay there, depending on or regardless of positioning, but this I just don't know if I need an explore button on mobile. If that's always going to be going off the bottom, you don't know to do that. I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna find out what this spacing, this padding is here. Pixels. Actually, I'm at 75% width. Or why? So I can run these side by side. Yeah, I can get. I had issues with this moving on me depending on width and height. Width it doesn't move. Height doesn't move either. Maybe this is a good thing. Fixing problems. It's like that one. Only thing I'm worried about now is if the transition in shouldn't break anything. That's the benefit of having that like C content, like the content container, loading everything. Much easier to manage. Like if you update anything, it doesn't matter. So yeah, basically using a grid element, but not. The other benefit now is that I could use responsive images for this. Looks about right. I'm sure there's things I could do better in terms of like how things are being positioned. Right. Sal, with the copy and paste, how are you? Are you gonna use like clone someone else's project, or are you gonna go find like a JavaScript example out there? Like, there's a lot of conversation about it on I can't remember W3 or you can find all these examples of code to leverage. But the Webflow ones are nice because it's like it takes into account any sort of like Webflow weirdness, both the old Frankenstein. Might as well do this. Nope. Image. I do want to try another upload. You know, all this responsive imagery shit actually doesn't help at all. I'm just gonna believe in the process. Maybe there's an update or there's a bug. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. How do you fuck this up? Gotta relink everything. Oh, no laundry for John. Major problem. Fixed for a while. Um, cool. Better off. This rebuild. So much like just random code need. Letter spacing. That's one problem. The sticky element on the catalog is weird. What is this about? Last one, that bottom padding. This roll window, so this keeps everything like overlapping instead of full scroll. Full scroll from the bottom. Clearly, this is not. At 60. The 30 view height. That stick. %. Height percent. An unscientific method of guess and check. We're gonna have a tooltip show up on click that says copied, or maybe the title changed to say copied. What I was thinking was you just hover over this and the link will click and take you out to whatever the page is, or launch the email client, but then you hover and like copy to clipboard shows up on the side here. And yeah, maybe have like a some sort of acknowledgement that it worked. Not a huge, like, if it doesn't have it, I'm okay with that. Ooh, I do this in view height. Probably be better off. Last one. problematic. Add. Clearly my math is not correct. You know, 51 should be the right. I'm going to add that 15 view height padding, which compensates for this. I hate kids around. Can you guys hear that? It just never amazes me. Damn kids need structure. This. Really shitting in my cereal right now. Can you understand why you want to do the copy clipboard function to begin with, given that people can click on the link directly now? Don't you think it's counterintuitive to have them copy the URL, then paste it, versus just clicking on new tab opens? I'm doing it because I'm sick of email spam, but leave the rest of the social links as is. So for me, I think more often than not, that's why the primary use case or the primary action is to go to the link, and it always will be. I just think for people like me who use different email clients, or like you who want to avoid spam, I think the copy clipboard's helpful. I think if you want to share any of this, like any of my social links, or, today might be the day I go full old man and just yell at kids for being loud in the street. It could happen. Before noon. Plenty of time left. But yeah, I think like if people just want to copy the URL, they want to share it. I don't know. I kind of have random use cases where sometimes I want to share it. Or if it's like LinkedIn, don't want people to know I'm visiting their profile, all my shady behavior. No, it's mostly like if you want to share it with someone, um, it's an option. I just think it's a nice feature. I find myself like copying links for whatever reason versus just clicking on them. Email's the primary use case, but it's kind of like if I'm going to do it for email, why not do it for all of them? Um, yeah. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. That's why it's like not something I've been too concerned about. It's something I'd like. Email again being the biggest culprit, but people have still reached out. It hasn't been too much of a blockers. I'm okay without having that fixed. Back to the same problem I have on the larger viewport. technically compensating for this spacing here, but optically it's just, it doesn't feel centered. Back to 50. Actually, the way I should do it, instead of doing 45 view height on a container that's 50, I know I have 4 view width of margin on everything just because of the wrappers that I always use. They're consistently 4 view width. So if I want to keep that even, probably a better way for me to do it. Works here. I think it ends up being pretty close, just kind of by random chance that the 5 view height is equal to about 4 view width. Looks nice and square, but that's not. The best way. I would have thought it would have been like 100% and then add the 4 view width. That or I keep it. I like it. I like that it sits the edge. I tried that. Oh, that's what I thought I did before, but it didn't work. It only works now. Here's something I just learned. I closed the tab. Which chats clear out when you leave the stream, whereas YouTube chats always are available when it's done. Yeah, I did notice that. From other streams I was watching, like even if you just, I think if you close the tab, or the chat tab, I don't know if you're talking about like the stream tab or the chat tab, but even the chat tab, if you change that or close that, it definitely becomes or resets it. So then you have to wait for, or I don't know how you can even get it back. Kind of a bummer. I mean, you might be able to get some of it back on the stream chat, like on the right. But yeah, even that, I don't think I can even scroll that back. That's weird. Works. I think what I don't like is having the audio on top of that. Oh, hero. The hero. Bummed if that was already something. If I do this as 1, need to be even higher. Apparently 301. 500. 5. 6. Yep. Better. This. So probably should do the same thing. Yep. this suddenly shift? Width wouldn't do. Literally nothing changed. Oh, that's why. This or it works. Weird. And it feels close to the edge. But it is consistent. I would have to either like really lean into it or live with it. Maybe this is what sits. I'm thinking out loud right now. It should probably be in view height units, but that or it gets like vertically centered. So fuck it, who cares how long? Pretty nice. Going smaller than that. Goddamn problem. Yeah, I think it's been more work and I didn't even want to be spending this much time on it, um but again, rebuilding things sometimes you end up building it better. Yeah, South. Meant to say, like, if you had anything, you want me to like copy and paste in the chat, let me know. Anything you want me to call out. I did notice your name changed colors in the chat. I don't know if you like subscribed or something like that, or what the fuck happened. I think it's always randomly generated if you leave chat and then come back. All right, home hero's done. This is the problem of not doing view height for the hero font, but I can live with that. Oh. Change it because I'm cool like that? Damn, bro. Teach me. My little solution does not work. If I had padding to the inside, yes, it does fit properly, but crops off bottom hoodies there. This is where like it all just there's easier solutions, but because I'm mixing view height, view width with different elements, it's of my own doing. I can't do math. I can't do like 45 height minus 4 view width. Nice, but I can't. Fuck. Okay. Where the guess and check comes in, this is where I make a lot of bad decisions. I just live with the crop off bottom meta for now and the content, but I'll fix that in time. Put that in my to-do list. Right now, it's about putting out fires, propping up the bottom meta on the home carousel. Something I got bigger fish to fry still. I got this shit going. Yep. You wish there was ways of publishing updates per page. I don't have to do like bulk up or bulk publishing. If I just did that homepage update, I could push that. If I want to push that, then I'm going to push all this. Yeah, I gotta like value props or something. Oh my god. So many combo classes. Oops. So this is my effort of like consolidating and creating like a templatized product page. Using the CMS to control the slider content. The idea was like if I wanted to make something new, I could just copy a lot of it and just populate it. But going back and updating stuff that's got existing content is kind of difficult. Row's gone. Always scary doing that. Doesn't quite feel right. What's going on? How'd you figure you cracked the case on this shit? Yeah, I mean, so I got this to work too. But how do you have multiple on one page? Is what I wasn't sure of. Because in the embed code that you put above the footer, like that's where it's specified um like what the copy content was. So it was like unless I create scripts for every specific instance, which I don't even know how to do, but I don't know if that's even recommended. That sort of makes sense though. But again, this might not be your your I don't know, it's a cross to bear, but for you to worry about. This looks terrible. I'm almost ready to push it with broken layouts just to fix it. Oh, oh, no, no, no. I have meltdown. If I have to redo all this shit again, I'm gonna fucking lose. Why? Is because there's no width specified? Is that problem. G offset. Why is it? No reason. Why is this called? Container original list. Oh, development. So much fun. There's a reason for that, but I understand why this huge space is. UI. There. Oh, I know why that was. This scroll finish. There we go. That's a problem, like also about like why I'm making such a push to get this done now versus like getting to a lot of the stuff I want to do is start losing track of all these little things. How you did it, why you did it that way. Like I would have just deleted that and probably wouldn't have thought anything of it. It's like, oh yeah, I want to like create enough space for this to clear before this catches and scrolls out. Like that took me a long time to figure out the best way to do that. And if I didn't keep going on this, that would be gone. I'd have it pushed and published broken, and I would see that huge space, and I'd be really confused. But then I'd have to go revert to a backup potentially to try and get that figured out. But if you modify class styles, that doesn't always work. So it's kind of a clusterfuck. So if you can keep continuity with this stuff and just like stay on it, it can be soul crushing like today, where I'm just doing a lot of I'll clean up a lot of um, related. Um, I can't remember what I was saying. Basically, just like keep going, power through it. It sucks. I want to cry, but you'll be thankful for it. Okay. That's at least figured out. Thought I had. I understand why this is so high off the bottom. Don't know. Another thing, love to fix, but live to see another day right now. So one thing I also started doing when it came to um, a lot of this stuff with conditional visibility and you want to retain spacing, instead of baking spacing into any of these elements, I created padding, empty divs that created vertical spacing. And then I set the conditional visibility. So if these CTAs down below aren't being shown, this is also not shown. So that lets me have like no additional like ghost padding underneath, whatever you want to call it. I think has been super helpful. Kind of control these layouts a little bit. Do 90. I don't like I was talking about it. It's trying to kind of contain it within some of this body copy stuff, even if it's not too long of line lengths, I won't keep it. Horizontal scroll, always something to check for. Padding seems a little tall. Love to see that. Copy, copy. I had some weird stuff going on with my grids. That's I have to redo all of those at some point. This is I've shifted away from grids, like the spacing doesn't make as much. Guys sticking static. I thought about having like the CTAs, primary CTAs stick underneath there. That required a bit of a rethink in terms of how everything's positioned, but maybe I'll get there eventually. Did all these list item, all these overrides that were happening midstream. Pixel, like this is all. So I did have a bit of a meltdown last night. That was my cue to just like stop. Was um I think I broke the related. I broke this layout by updating something, and I was just like, I didn't know how I did it. I didn't know when I did it. It was something with the heroes. There was some related combo class. So I had to revert back like 40 minutes worth of work in order to get that thing back working again. So there's some things like that that I was doing that I just think are gone. So I did do them, but they didn't stick. Again, this is probably a reminder. So if you type, I don't know if it works for YouTube chat, but if you type exclamation commands, I added the Streamlabs bot in here. So whether it's the playlist link, you can pull that up, or web. I don't know. I'm open to suggestions, whatever's useful here. There's also the Discord, which probably would be useful. If you aren't signed up for that, have at it. And I know I've been kind of MIA there. I feel like I've just been in scramble mode lately. So it's if I can get a chance to breathe, I will definitely spend more time in there. That all at least works. What's the last page? Huh. Original list. I don't even know what to make. Horizontal. Being a wrapper. I should not be specifying global margins here by section basis. It should be global. So that's already something that's not. Otherwise, I think this. Yeah, this intro is just is what it is. I feel like I should make this. Another problem that's not lost on me right now is the fact that this is, I think, 2/3 and this is 3/4. Ideally, they'd be consistent, but keeping content in this here at 1/4 width is good as much. So having a little like separator reset's kind of nice, but the scroll's kind of fucked. Again, I'm in self-preservation mode, just trying to get like consistency across all the pages is probably priority one right now. Getting them working responsively, avoiding any sort of large formatting problems, and then diving in again another pass. Okay, let's be a little bit more links. I could put links out to the different channels. Again, having the same problems. Originals list. Can't remember the name of what I created. So now I'm gonna have two of the exact same class. I know I'm doing bad things right that I'll regret doing later, but and I'm doing this on a narrow viewport, so it won't be here. I will do another pass. I'm gonna fix everything now. Wrapper off bold. I think it should be C body content. 75%. Start going off the grid. Mobile, it's sort of this should be C body content. List galleries. All this consistency stuff is super important. Keep your like sanity. But at the same time, like a lot of those things aren't going to be picked up. Like, yeah, I know about it. Yeah, I'm bothered by it, but people aren't evaluating things that closely. Like, I think maybe some designers will like latch onto it and have something to say about it, but not going to be. Oh my god, like he's like this. This is a problem. The fact that like my body content is 75% in one place and 80% in another, 85, like that doesn't matter. This shit matters. So get this fixed. I'll get. That's part of the problem with Webflow is like moving. And you're like trying to hit a moving target, I think is the real problem. But at hand. So like you try and create these systems to account for things that are known, but then there becomes things you don't know, and you try to bend your system into that, and you end up creating combo classes and all sorts of bad. Here. Hey John. Hey, you know you wanna give him the double whammies. Fuck it. Yeah. Definitely very I really don't care. It's kind of hard because like oh, make my living as a designer. So I want to think I can execute to a certain degree, but like I'm not a web developer, so that's where there's like some dissonance in my head of it. Um, yeah, it's not gonna be perfect. So it should be gone. 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 Keeping everything intact. Sure, it looks anxiety-inducing mess right now. I have a nested. How is there a nested collection? Not have more than one nested collection list. What the fuck are you talking about? Reading some of this stuff. Context overlap can go. Oh, sec. Hero title can go. Role can go. If I'm getting quiet, I'm make sure I do this properly. Madness. So I don't want these in with this. Original info. The name is just not smart. I don't know. Really should have put that struggle bus on the thumbnail. But this is what happens when you move the goalposts and you try and bend things. Sometimes they break. Content, everything, wrapper, hero, that's fine. Body original, context, that's fine. Hero scroll, that should be fine. Although this is a -40 margin for some. Horizontal. Info should be after this. Product details. '61 with margins for some reason. But where did my sticky nav go? Is it gone? That'll be frustrating. Oh, 25 minutes ago, it'll be good. Oh, sternum pop. That's always a weird one. This is the beauty of Webflow. Like, if you ever fuck up something so bad, um, you got to fail safe. That's why, like, if I didn't have this backup, I probably wouldn't be so cavalier with some of these updates and moving stuff around. It's kind of like, well, hit the bed a little too bad, got to change the sheets. So that's where you go to the backups. Yeah, so see here. So improving your website, I'm trying. May not look that way right now. As my gateway times out on my backup. If you ever get that with your backups, just refresh. I don't know what it is. It happens. Your working creative process reminds me that for each of us, we often take a unique path. Strange maze, hard to describe. Following your work session, following you live for a few work sessions while I'm working, it looks like a bit like being John Wakovich. I don't know how to take that. Thank you. You convinced me that Webflow deserves to be really explored. I am reassured when I see You two sometimes struggle to find certain things. It can be frustrating. Yeah, it's like I would be lying if I said it wasn't part of the process. Um, you know, it's everyone loves to present these manicured sort of renditions of like a way back. I'm just gonna go yesterday if I can. Restore backup. This is when I backed up last night at 11 o'clock. Yeah, it's not a linear process, and I won't lie. Like I get very frustrated sometimes. I don't think I ever get more frustrated than I do with web development. I think because I understand it the least at like a fundamental level. I'm starting to build up an understanding of it in terms of like a base level system, and it has. But this base level system has huge implications. So it's tough and it's frustrating. It's like when boomers get pissed at like they're like, oh my god, I can't figure out how to do something. Like I feel like that sometimes, and I try not to convey it so much. It's really easy to get negative about it and just start swearing and throwing shit, but that's for me on my own time. Um, when I design, I'm not nearly as ornery or frustrated. Um, third time's a charm. But yeah, if anything, like I hope my struggles bring some comfort and solace to the fact that like everyone struggles for the deal. Oh, never had a sticky note. But yeah, hopefully Webflow treats you well. Use my examples as a cautionary tale of being strategic, thoughtful with everything. What is it? Measure once, cut 1,000 times. Isn't that the way to do it, right? It's like at the same time, there's only so much you can account for. Um, the trash truck is here. Oh joy. Should be doing this, but I'm gonna do it. Have them all scroll out. I'm gonna have to scroll out. So just fix that. The index problem right now. Relative, yeah. That gets me back to where I was. And this is gonna be fixed now on all pages. These are not, right? And I do have that call at 1 o'clock. So I will need to jump off here pretty soon. My voice isn't totally dead and I don't go in angry. So, have you ever tried developing a website? Fun, they said. Look at the. Gotta laugh sometimes. Gotta laugh. There was a reason for this at some point, but clearly Or the little puppy that lost his way. Don't get that reference, it's probably very confusing. Okay. Still stack all right. Uh, the underline. Yep. That was the thinking with this, was to did have a reason for that hero. This is gonna fix that. That's why it's there. But then that should go away here. Just for consistency's sake, I should put all of them. So that padding is not right. Again, the idea is that this just creates a little separation on top. But then you just scrap it and do a horizontal flex box and bam. So I've accommodated, I mean, I could put more if I want to. It's like for no ISO, if I want to put all like the social channels up front. I don't know if I really want to do, but I know that's an absence or like a miss that's on that page right now, is that there's no sort of bouncing out to the different pages. But yeah, now this sticks all the way through. Go. This. Yeah, always little things to clean up. That spacing needs to get cleaned up. I do think I feel better about this scrolling out. I think the idea of it sticking is, it's nice, it's consistent with the home page, but this was always meant to be a bit more straightforward. I realize I haven't updated any of them as I pasted them. I don't really, if I only have one link, I don't need to add that hero link combo class. If I add another one on top, it'll help. But that took me a while to figure out, of like a flexible system so I can keep adding links and they're just like pinned to the top and bottom, but also translates into mobile okay. That's something like restructured a couple times in order to get right. And I do plan on having like actually some thought behind these, not just random icons. One of those things I wanted to get done, but then another fire sprung up. So much. These are gonna actually work since I Yeah, kind of scrolling out makes more. Or if there's somewhere else to pin it. I've always had thoughts of pinning off the edge, but I don't. It's back in that try hard category that I want to avoid. I know I said I was going to try and get to interactive, but I just don't think that's in the cards right now. Largely works. It does work. I want to make sure the content's right for App Store. Yeah, correct. I'm just going to go out on a limb and probably make a bad choice and just publish it. Nice little bookend of the stream. All the colossal fuck ups I've made along the way today. Um, you know, it's really interesting having my own site, being able to develop it. It's one thing, like I find myself bearing way too much time into it. It's taking away from developing the stream, being present in like the Discord, developing the singer concept, doing the animation on that. Um, it's all good. It's all good time spent, and it's stuff I want to do and I want to get right. But at some point, there's just a point of diminishing returns, and I hit that. But then when I went to go back and fix it, I created a just cascading shit heap of problems. So I didn't plan on spending this much time on it. Again, I thought once I submitted to awards, it was done for a while, and it was. But now I'm just identifying all these opportunities to improve it. I'm already looking at the fade-ins, but at least it works. The homepage. Um, what now? Can I? I gotta jump off for this call. Let me see. Did you create special icons in or alongside the font you created? I like your idea to get your own. Yeah. I could fast. Font Lab open. So I started doing like time shutter. I did stretch characters. I did. So I like have the lock. I had lock case studies before. So instead of it like importing an SVG, I just decided to bake it into the font. Big lock, little lock. I had like a redacted character I wanted to. Oh, it's right here. Oh, that's thick. Custom ligatures. Special FU characters. My logo. So this is something I want to build out too. I have more ideas for things I want to do, but not quite built out. And then it's got to be across different sizes. So that's kind of where I got into the idea of variable fonts, but variable fonts also seem like a shit ton of work. So I don't know if I'm gonna. Oh, you can't even see it. Shit. ProStream. Yes. Font Lab. So like shutter icon, time icon, big lock, little lock. This FU character. Um, yeah. Thomas, Thomas is starting to understand my stupidity sometimes. Yeah, that's my bad. Redacted characters, logos. So um yeah, and then like access those all through um I don't know, where's my other windows? And so it gets into just a little bit of coding in terms of like how you access all these things. It's basically just substitutions. I was talking about a little bit earlier. You can do contextual substitutions, all sorts of different things. I did a lot of like super numbers, so I can access characters like this and all sorts of different applications. But it was mostly stretch. It became like a weird like fixation on stretch because those were the easiest to make, or it seemed like my font was a stretch font, but it really wasn't. Those were just easy to make. So I want to make more variables where I have like different versions of different characters, which I was gonna access by like delta. So like delta T gave me like an alt, basically like more of like a curly T. But yeah. I do like I got a couple questions earlier about the font, so maybe it'll be something to talk about or work on in the future. I do have updates I want to do. There's hinting problems. There's now that I'm running more title case, this G to me bothers me a little bit. It's a little too early G, not as geometric and or maybe like yeah, I guess geometric. So I'm gonna work on that. But yeah, I got this call, gonna eat, have to do laundry or whatever, take care of some life stuff, and then maybe I'll come back later when I wrap this up because apparently you can't click on anything in the navigation right now. No, this is fine. Just the logo you can't. So, yeah, fun times. But yeah, thank you to everyone who came through. As always, like great questions. Um, really appreciate the support, and I think once I get this kind of stuff past me a little bit, I'll be able to dedicate more time and energy to the stream, the videos, all the stuff I've been talking about on and on again. But there's been little progress on. I'm aware that's a problem. So, um, I will yeah, hopefully be back a little bit. But I don't know. Things may come up. We'll see. We'll see how everything goes with this call and all my that I have to attend to. So if not, I'll be back in like a week.